But what I'll do is, like I said, I'll come down to my height. So when I come down the steps, I can still look out across this backyard. But it'll stop any rain from the south. Like this summer and spring. Oh, sorry. Smoke follows beauty. And I'm so beautiful, I gotta get out of the way. No, haven't really started cleaning out here yet. I picked up the feed sacks. They're over there. You can see through the green. They're ready to burn. I've got a pile of stuff over here burning. That's what I started doing. I don't know if y'all seen this. This is just makeshift for right now. This is the old screen door that Buddy and Steph took off their old chicken coop. It was rotted down here at the bottom. It was rotted where it had started touching dirt at some point. So I cut the bottom off. This is a top. This is the real top. All the way down, and just a bottom, I don't know, about 2.5 feet maybe cut off of it. And then I reinforced it, squared it up, because it was all these little joints. And you can see how they make screen doors. Like there's a joint right there. Underneath this one, I can tell you from in here. There's a joint right there. No, yeah, there's a joint right there. There's a joint right here. So they just use these, oh, look right here, another joint. They use these pieces of, now I had to trim it down because since I told y'all in the old video about when I started working here, this 4x4 is not square. It's not square, it's got a bow in it. I had to cut this right here, and I've just got a screw back here and a block right there just to stop it from going in, and a screw, and that holds it. And I basically did this. This will help with the chickens to a degree until I get that end done. It's not going to stop the cats. Cats will jump up there and go over, but it will stop some of the chicken jumping. But what it was really helping me do is, I was thinking the other day, when Katie was out here with me, I was keeping her on this part in here while I did some of this trim stuff up here and stuff. So I thought, okay, she keeps coming out. Then I don't remember, I put something there, and then she climbed over it, and I'm just like, all right, I got to do something else. It took me about 4 minutes or 5 minutes, seriously, to cut that end of that off and pull all of the chicken wire off of it, because it was just stapled in. And I can show y'all some of those old staples. Like, it was just really small staples like this. These are small staples too. They're not big, long. They're long. They're really long, but they're a small grade staple because I'm out of my heavy duty staples. But it's really good and tight. And then I wrapped the part at the top that was still left over. Instead of cutting it right here, I wrapped it over, and then I zip tied it down. So it's just like really, really tight. But this is where I reinforced it. Here's a board. Here's one, and here's one that I squared it all up and then screwed those on so it can't move. And it kept Katie in the rest of that afternoon when I worked out there. So I wasn't tripping over or stepping over and not watching where I was, you know, working, and you forget to look what is going on. But look, she's underneath that table right now. I gotta find something to do with that table. I guess I'll put it out by the road. Nobody has wanted it. I've asked everybody, nobody wanted it. I was raking mostly Minky's yard, because Minky, I don't know how she finds junk, but this was like scared with little white pieces of trash from whatnot, I don't know, things that have blown off the deck when I'll be working on something or something. So I just raked all the sticks and everything up, cleaned it all up, and got it right there, and got a fire going. And then raked a little bit over here, and Minky's running. I don't even know where Minky's at. Minky was here. Oh, she's right there by the pool in the shade. You can't really see her, just a blob. Jensen and Honey are out there somewhere, but little Katie girl has been all over. I had to go get my rake. I had my garden rake right here, but the leaf rake was out there with the goats in the run by my feed room where they can't get in. It was leaned up there. It's when I used it to pull them eggs out from underneath the feed room that day. She followed me all the way out there, and then she came back. I mean, she has walked down this deck line on the outside all the way around. She went under the trampoline. Chickens all coming sort of, I wish I had that on video, but I didn't have my phone out here then. But chickens came and watched her. And then when she laid down right there underneath that table, 3 or 4 chickens were under there just staring at her. It's like this white one wants to, no, seriously, that white one's going to check her out. Maybe I can't tell if she is or not. No, she's not, just walking around her. Anyway, it was funny how those few chickens were right there staring at her like, what are you? I just feel like they're just happy. Chickens are just happier free ranging as long as they're not bothering anybody's stuff. I mean, I've got some laying back there by the goat house. I've got some out there by the pond. They're everywhere. There's some in the front yard. Buddy's, I don't know if Buddy's got his out right now or not. But there are some, I don't know, there's chickens over there. I don't know if those are mine or those are his out roaming. I know his rooster's out because I seen him a while ago. Anyway, it's just, I hate for them to feel like they have to stay in an enclosed. I just don't want them messing up stuff. So this is going to stop them from being in there where we're eating and watching and talking and cooking, and that's going to stop all that, praise God. It won't stop them from getting up here on this deck, but this is weathered. Sun and rain and everything will always come down on this, so if I can keep this just sprayed off every so often, it'll be fine. The truth is, if they can't find a place to eat, they won't hang here. They come up here because they know there's there's cat food. And once the cats stop getting fed in there, I'm going to try to go back to feeding the cats over there by the carport. And that'll get them to knowing that they can go in the shop for shelters. Several people have asked, hold on a minute. Okay, what I was saying was, several comments when I first started doing this right here was, what about the cats? Where are the cats gonna go? Oh, the cats. I love my cats. I still can't stand those 2 that are wild that I can't catch. And I'm pretty sure that one is pregnant now. That boy tomcat died. Remember the cat that was on the roof? I don't know how he died. I don't know what killed him. I feel like a dog got after him, like them strays from across the street. He probably got hurt, but didn't die till later. And he probably ran up the porch, the front porch, or that tree in the front yard and onto the roof. That's all I can think. Because I don't know what else would have just killed him like that, where he'd be on the roof. Unless lightning struck him. I don't know. But, so yeah, the cats. My shop is open all the time. I don't have a door on my shop yet. I don't mind the cats going in there. And in fact, in the winter when we had those freezes, if y'all remember back, I showed how I hung that heat lamp down. It was clamped and tied and screwed. It can't move. They can't break it. They can't knock it over. It couldn't catch anything on fire. All it could do is go out if it went out. Because I don't think I haven't bought a heat lamp around here for 2 or 3 years because we don't need them constantly. But I hang that inside there with that rug on the floor, and it's about 2 foot off the ground. But when you put your hand down there by the rug, you feel heat. So, you know, there's always that option when it's freezing. But if some of y'all, I guess, have never paid attention, but on my front porch, at the very end, like when you come up the end steps and you're looking to those 2 chairs down there with that little table in between them, and the door is right here to go in the house, under those chairs are beds, pet beds. And on some of the cold mornings that aren't freezing, there's a cat in each one of them beds, and sometimes 2 or 3 cats in those beds. So, and then you know Rohan, poor special man, he's in the house. But the rest of them, he's fixing to jump now, look. See? I'm sorry if that got anybody sick. I wanted to twist that really fast. Rohan, get down. Look at him. I can't see. Yeah, y'all can see him. Rohan. So anyway, they've got places to go when it's cold or bad weather or storms or any of that kind of stuff. They've got place, so they don't need this. And if I start feeding again back over there by the carport, they won't linger out here. Yeah, they'll lay around like they are now. I've got Emma's right here at my feet. Piper's right over there on the picnic table. Well, Rohan's right here at my feet too. One of them wild ones is right there. There's another wild one in here. She's in there inside that room right now because I still feed them right there. I haven't been able, I honestly should start feeding them back there so they stop congregating here. But so yeah, I was just working out here and doing this. Y'all see the two peacocks hanging out here. Somebody said that's a turkey. Nope, that's not a turkey, that's a peacock. And that's another peacock, and the boy peacock is somewhere. He's just, I don't know where he's at right now. So this end, let me show y'all something. Let me lift you. This end of the porch, I'm thinking of doing the same thing I did over there with the T1, this siding, coming down to where with me standing I can look out. Okay, so ever how high that is coming down, I don't know how long that'll be because it's a pretty high space. This is a full 12-foot gap over here. Over there, I mean, it's the same thing over there, except I have the door, that door that I put in there, so it sort of split that 12-foot space up. But I'm gonna order online because I've got a gift card left over from something. It's very old. I found it in my wallet and I don't know how long I had it, and I had to call and see what was left on it. And so it won't do all of 4 sheets. It won't pay for 4 sheets because it's not quite enough, but it'll pay for 3. It'll pay for 3 sheets, and I'll just pay for the fourth one by myself. But anyway, it'll take 3 full sheets, 12 foot. It'll take 3 full sheets on this side, and then that'll leave me 1 extra sheet to finish in that end down there. But what I'll do is, like I said, I'll come down to my height. So when I come down the steps, I can still look out across this backyard. But it'll stop any rain from the south. Like this summer and spring. Ooh, sorry. Smoke follows beauty. And I'm so beautiful, I gotta get out of the way. No, I'm joking. What was I saying? Oh. I think it would look pretty matching this down here. And so I'm probably going to paint all that in there too. I don't know that I'll come back, and I guess I probably could. It's just every time you say you're going to come back and do this, like I said, I'm going to come back and do this wall with the T111. Well, that means that wall needs to be done too, which would be fairly easy to do that wall. And then that little section above the door would need to be done. And this little long section in the corner right there would need to be done. All of that would need to be done with the siding on this side. And then it would need to be done on this side. And on this side. And then on this side. But I think if I come down to my height, it'd be about right here. That's about a 2-foot strip. That whole 12 foot, I can take 1 thing of wire and just roll it out across here, staple it to both ends. I will need to put in some bracing so the wire will have something to staple to, but also the paneling, the plywood, will have something to screw to. But I think that would be good, and it would stop any from the south, because this is my south side, and that's where we'll get stuff coming in off of Galveston, coming in, any storms coming this way off of the coast, they'll come this way. In the summer, this is where our breeze will come from, so I will lose some breeze, but I will still have 2 foot by 12 foot of open screen wire, this wire, but open, So breeze will still come through, but it'll stop some of that blow rain, just like I did down on that end. It just won't be quite as much coverage as down there. Anyway, I think that will be good, but I just haven't really started doing anything else out here right now. I just did all that raking and cleaning, and I was trying to keep a third eye on that little lady over there asleep under that table, which I'm glad she's sleeping. I'm glad she had some good, whoo, that, you know what that was? That pop? That's pecan. It is, I remember when Connor was little and we were raking and the pecans would pop, and he was so fascinated with the fact that those pecans are popping. Anyway, I'm going to, now that I've got a little bit of cleaned up out there, I'm gonna start going through this stuff that I've taken, that bar that I took down out there. That wood heater needs to be rolled and placed somewhere. Here comes the smoke again. Now it's burning my eyes. Anyway. Okay. Okay. Well, it's going back the other way. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna clean off all of that stuff that I've just got stacked out there that came down, and maybe do some more up here of these rafters, cutting and placing that cedar up there, and until she gets up, because at 4, it's 3:15. At 4, she's gonna want a bottle. So, but I'm glad that she's having a good time outside, and she's laying, even though she's under that table, the sun is coming down on her, and that's good for her. So, all right, I'm gonna go. Probably going to cut this all up because it's way too long. But I love you guys. God bless y'all, and I'll see y'all later.